Hi and welcome to this video, which I hope will become a series of trying out different types of stitches on the Sentro Knitting Machine. This first video I will be attempting the Trellis or mock honeycomb stitches. My first attempt is to try it as a hand knit upward, so I followed the stitches as described on the knittingstitchpattern.com. I cast on and I knit a few rows to act as a base. Row 2 of the pattern is a repeat of slip 3 with the yarn in front and then knit 1. To do the slip stitch with the yarn in front, I removed a stitch from the needle, placed the working yarn in front of it, and then put the stitch back onto the needle, making sure it stays in the needle, effectively slipping the stitch. And I did this for 3 stitches in a row. This was quite fiddly and not that enjoyable, but I powered on. After I completed the row, I knit back the way I came, and then I repeated row 2 again. Again, it was very fiddly, not really that enjoyable. And then back the way I came again. On the third pass, or row 6, I removed every third stitch, grabbed the loose threads using my loom pick, and put everything back on the same needle and knit them. Again, this was quite fiddly. I think if you did have any mobility issues, this would be a nightmare. I was very scared about grabbing something I shouldn't have been. Not really that enjoyable. But I repeated the pattern a few times, but I already knew the experience probably wasn't worth it, no matter how beautiful the stitch turned out. So this whole thing took about 25 minutes to do. Okay, so taking a look at it, I'm not that impressed. I think because I couldn't really control the tension of the loose strands. They look a little sloppy. I missed one and I didn't even notice. I don't even know what happened here, so I've obviously slipped a stitch for real and put a hole in the swatch. So I just don't think the effort is worth the reward on this one. However, while pulling on these strands to try and tidy this up a little bit, I did have a brainwave. So as a second attempt, I knew I would have to hack this stitch to make it work and not just pretend I could do it as the hand knitters do. So I started by casting on the same swatch size, which is just 20 stitches by 20 rows, if anyone's interested, and then I just knit as normal, nothing special. I'm sure some of you can see where I'm going with this. So once off the machine, I thread some yarn onto a needle and I proceeded to embroider trellis stitch onto the fabric. It was very easy, relaxing, and very fast. So I would go under the stitch, 2 along and 2 up, under that stitch, 2 along and 2 down. Repeat all the way along, then when you get to the end you're going to turn around and then you're going to repeat it the other way. Once I got to the point where I ran out of yarn, I would just cut the yarn and then attach some more, and then I can just weave that in on the back, so just try and make it to the edge, and then you can swap rows. I also found that once I got the pattern established, it was actually easier to actually just go into the stitch above the one that I'd already been into and then count 5 from the next one, and that seemed to be much quicker to make it along the row. And as I'm effectively doing a zigzag stitch, the swatch remains stretchy and I can control the tension of the loose strands easily. This swatch took about 10 minutes. And I think it's a vast improvement on the first one. So out of the two trials I did, I love the simplicity of the second one, and I will be 100% using this in an upcoming project. I already have many pattern ideas spinning around in my head. If you've tried any of these stitches, or if you have any of your own hacks, let me know in the comments. Also let me know which is your favourite stitch, and if you would like me to have a go at creating it on the Sentro Knitting Machine. Until next time, happy knitting!